Good afternoon, folks. I'm back again. I had to delete that Monday Wisdom with that Motivation Monday. Oh my God. I had to delete. I had to hit the delete button, y'all. That's all I can say about that. Oh man, I went and started watching that thing and I said, oh no, I can't leave this up like this. This is there's one of those motivation Mondays where I just kind of lost sight of what I was trying to do and went into a huge rant about institutional racism. Although I do want to talk about that. I had to delete that, you guys, because I said a few things on that that might ruffle some feathers, and I might be in the same problem that I've had before, depending on who watches that video. So I have deleted the previous video that I just did for Motivation Monday, and I am doing take two. I ain't stupid, y'all, because the same reasons that I'm talking about right now would be the reason why they would come and infiltrate our company for violations of real estate law, which I'm rescinding that video right now, because when you're on live, you don't get a chance to go and edit things. And sometimes things can be said live that are taken out of context or went a little bit too far that time. I think I went a little bit too far. So I want to say that I have deleted that video so it cannot be viewed any longer. But I do want to talk about institutional racism. I just want to do it in a more calmer way, in a way that um, won't get me in trouble, because you guys know they still run the system. And if they have any kind of way that they can take us out, they would. Let me kind of go back. I've got quite a few people here with me now. Let me explain to you what happened. I had to delete my Monday motivation a few minutes ago because I went on a racism rant, okay, and I called some people out and what have you, and it was a little bit harsh. When I went to go look at it myself, I looked at maybe the first 5-6 minutes, and I realized how harsh I was speaking, and how that could definitely ruffle feathers to the extent that you know. I get brought up on some type of charges because of my communications about race. So I deleted the video. It's no longer available to be seen. And now I just want to kind of talk to you guys about what happened today on my Motivation Monday. We've had a deal, a family we've been working with for several months to get into a home. We've got her in the property up in Vacaville. It's a townhouse in Vacaville. We made offers on I don't know how many properties just to get this property in the contract. We had a 30-day escrow. We're at the end of 30 days. I think it was on a few days ago. We asked for an extension through the 15th. They gave us an extension through the 15th. On the 15th, they gave us a notice to perform, a notice to close. The notice to close is only good for 3 days from the day, because we were supposed to close on Friday. But what has happened is that this young lady that's buying the house, she's married. I never knew that she was married until we got a week ago, 2 weeks ago. That's when I found out she was married. Not only is she married, but her husband is incarcerated. Okay, so that brings up a whole nother set of problems when you're trying to buy a house. Number one, when you're married, you have to disclose that you're married, because it is a major legal consequence in owning real estate, married or unmarried. Number two, when we're talking about somebody that's in jail, or that, with the red tape that we have to go through to get documents to them to sign and do all the things that have to be done. So this should have been done some time ago, but for whatever reason, it was not. And I'll tell you what it is. A lot of times the loan officers, they don't even know they have a deal until we get toward the end. And usually once they get the approval, they'll send that out. And that's just typical loan officer way of doing things. Wait till they get, they take over certain priorities. All this stuff has more priority than that. So he took care of the major priorities till he got to that, and that become the number one priority. But, time has passed. Well, what has happened is that today we got a cancellation of the transaction because our lady could not perform today. We sent the paperwork off to the prison to be signed on Thursday. The paperwork was not back this morning. And so they canceled the deal, and they can do it. They don't need any signatures to cancel. They can do so because they followed the letter of the contract. They gave us a notice to close. We did not close on the date from that day of the date of receipt of the notice to close. They have in 3 days, they can cancel the transaction, which is what just happened. Today is the 3rd day and they canceled the transaction today. Now, why is it racism? Because I 100% believe that if I was a white agent and I had a client that was a white buyer that was coming to buy a house there, I don't think that they would be approaching us as harsh as they are. I know they wouldn't. If I looked like they did, they would say, "Oh, we don't want her. If she doesn't buy this house, maybe it's going to mess her up. She may never be able to buy again, and this is her first house, so let's give her a little time to help her get it together because we know her husband's in jail and he ain't going nowhere. So it's just a matter of getting the paperwork there, have him sign it, and get it back. Yeah, it'll take a couple more days to get it done, but I think we can close the transaction faster than she can get a new transaction. Now, let me tell you, this is right off the back of another transaction a week ago, 2 at the most, that I had that was almost the same thing, only it was a little different. I had another client's sister who lives across the street from me, took her to Vacaville, the same town, last 2 weeks ago, got her in the contract on a very nice house, 1,700 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2-bath in Vacaville. Got the contract signed on a Friday, and they gave us a contingency to remove an inspection contingency in 3 days on a Friday. So on a Friday, 3 days is Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We had an inspector go to the house on Monday, and they would not allow the inspector in to inspect the house on Monday. So what we got, instead of them allowing the inspector in, we got a notice to perform. And so that means that we can't go in. They wouldn't let our client go in. We got the notice to perform. Now my people couldn't get back out there because we do enough business with the company that they'll pull a favor for us every now and then. We was able to get this company to go out on less than a few hour notice, and they wouldn't perform. Well, long story short, they canceled the transaction. This young lady that was in contract on this property, loan is already approved as well. They canceled the contract on Tuesday morning. We from Friday to Tuesday, we had 4 days, and they gave us a 3-day inspection contingency, and within that time, they canceled the deal. And we could have fought it and did it, but they had a lot of different things in the contract that would have allowed them to legally get out of this contract. And it was nothing I can do to protect it, although I knew that it was there. One of those was they had a 21-day contingency to find a home of their choice. And when I called the agent and put her on this, I said, well, look, why don't y'all only give us 4 days? She said, just sign the cancellations, King. I said, well, why would I do that? She said, because we still have a 21-day a contingency, and we'll just invoke that on you, and you still won't be able to get the property. I'm like, wow, y'all really playing cheap on why would they even do that? Why? Well, because I'm going to say it. I'm not going to really say it, but y'all know institutional racism. That's what it comes down to. If I look like them, if I talk like them on the phone, we sound the way we sound. And one of the things that happened is that while we were in the middle of this, I've never talked to them. At that time, I had never talked to them. We were texting back and forth, and I was pretty mad. I ain't gonna kid you. But the little white girl gonna tell me, don't be yelling at me via text. And I don't think I typed with that many capital words and nothing like that. But yes, I was pissed. But who you gonna tell me how to talk? And in fact, we ain't even talking. We texted. In fact, I was on text because if I got you on the line, I know I would shred you. Okay. And the deal was automatically done if I got to get on the phone with you. So that's what's going on. Institutional racism at its best. Not my first time. I'm sure you guys have experienced similar things where people would not have done the same thing. It had been just like George Floyd. If George Floyd was a white boy, that cop would have got up and dusted George Floyd off, uncanny, and took him to Burger King and got him a cheeseburger. Okay, if he would have been a white boy, they wouldn't have killed George Floyd. They would have took him over on the way to the jail, asked him if he was hungry, and stopped by and got him a cheeseburger or something. Then took him to jail and probably let him take the coke in and all that, But when you're a brother, they go hard to the paint. They come so hard at you that it's obvious. And that's what this is today. Although I know we're not talking about motivation, I will see people here. I want you guys to pray for us. Pray for us because, this is twice in the last 2 weeks. And that's two families, over $1 million worth of real estate assets that are not going to be in our community because we got to go find them a new house. But one was 469,000, 67,000. This one was 340,000. So what is that, like almost $900,000 in real estate between two Black women that were going to secure $900,000 worth of real estate in Vacaville. And neither one of them are at the as of tonight. Well, we're going to still fight this last one. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to go ahead and get the paperwork from the prison and see how long that takes and see how long, because we're not going to sign. They sent us over cancellations to sign it, which we're not going to sign the cancellation. But from what I did, I've already talked to my legal advisor, and they said they don't need you to sign. They can do it bilateral. It does not have to be unilateral cancellation. It could be bilateral. So that just means that they can decide to cancel and it's a wrap without having no other conversations. But we're going to leave it intact for a few days. Or maybe I'll come back and let you guys know if we close this deal. What it is, it's a property in Vacaville. It's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhouse with a jacuzzi tub, marble floors, marble countertops, a 1-car garage at $340,000. We took that thing smooth down. Great property. My client is very, very excited. And now, they busted her bubble because they sent us cancellation instructions today. We released all of our contingencies. It's just that her husband is in jail and we have to go to the jail and get his signature in order for the bank to loan the money. So that's where we are. I wanted to come back on and kind of give you guys a little heads up because I did have to delete my previous Monday, Wednesday, because again, as you guys know, when you're on live, you don't get to edit nothing. It's all what it is. And if you let it go like that, then it's unedited. So I wanted to kind of tone myself down a little bit and come back and share this with you guys. Racism is still alive in the United States. We know that. We just had one of the most racist presidents we could possibly ever have in our life. And they think doing little nice things for you can't be racist because you did something nice for Black people. Well, yes, you can, just that you did that. And we have to deal with everything you do on its own merits. And we already know. So I just wanted to come back today. You guys pray for us. It's really tough market right now. We've had a lot of people approved. These are two young ladies that, this is going to put a dent in their armor, whether they get into houses now or all of the last one. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to fight all the way until they call the police and tell me, Mr. Sessions, stop fighting. They're going to tell me we calling the cops on you or something like that. And they're going to have to be knocking on the door for me to go ahead and sign the paperwork because that don't scare me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fight until they tell me, it ain't no, what you fighting about is really gone. Then I'll stop fighting. But I'm going to fight all the way to the end of it. I wanted to share that with you guys because that's the level of business we do. We take care of our own. We make sure that we do things decently and in order. If you're interested in buying a house, send us your name, your phone number, your address, email address. We do accept referrals. And if you guys want a good company to fight for you, fight for your rights, fight for home ownership, there's no better place to do it than right here. Our receipts will show that's what we've done for years. That's what we were doing till I take my last breath. And we will be hiring other people that want to learn how to do this and want to come and work with us and be a part of our team. So you guys holler at your boy, get me your friends, your cousins, your workers, your co-workers. All we need you to do is, hey, y'all buying a house, why don't you shoot me your name, phone number, and email address. Let me get this to my boy over here, and he'll get to you, and he'll take care of you. That's how that's done, man. Just ask somebody at your job, man, y'all buying a house. Okay, why don't you do this? Write down your name, your phone number, and your email address, and y'all going to shoot that over to us, and watch what we do. My staff is going to show up and show out on your behalf. That's what we're going to do. If you give me somebody's name, phone number, and address, my staff will show up, and they will show off for you. Okay, and it'll be so fast, they'll be like, wow, they ain't playing. No, we're not playing. We have it already set up. The whole system is in place. All we need is you guys to help us feed people into it. And we need to have people come and work in it because my focus is to dominate the market. I want to dominate African-American home ownership throughout the whole state of California. I want to try to take over most of that market share myself right here. all up and down the state, man, but I need help to do it, you guys. So anyway, you guys stay cool. I'm better now. I think I might be able to let this Monday Motivation Monday go through. I did not bring the word today, but we will have it on Wednesday. Okay, peace and blessings.